So initial jobless claims are now out. 445,000 is the number for the week ending January 8th. That is actually slightly higher than the forecast of 410,000. It does represent an increase from the prior week. Producer prices also coming in a bit higher than expected, up by 1.1%. The expectation there was for a gain of 0.8%. Also, for the core number, by the way, that is just pretty much bang on with estimates at 0.2%. We're also getting trade balance numbers, that deficit or that trade gap narrowing slightly to $38.3 billion. Mike McKee is standing by. And Mike, we're getting another tick up in jobless claims.
Another tick up in jobless claims, but it's still within the holiday week. This is for the first week of January. So it's not something that you can take to the bank and say that the trend has completely reversed itself. Remember, at Christmas time, we had a day earlier, a day less to file, so some of those may have been pushed into the following week. Some questions about seasonal adjustment at this time of year, so it is not good news, but it is also not something that people are going to get too worried about unless we see this trend continue for a couple of weeks. You also have at this time of year, of course, people who were hired by retailers leaving that job. The interesting news in the PPI and the trade balance is to look at what's happened with energy, because that's been the big story over the past couple of months. And again, in PPI, it is gasoline prices rise 6.4%. If you take out food and energy, you have a rise of just 0.2% in the PPI report. So not too bad. We're seeing a little bit of inflation at the core level. A little bit of inflation at the crude goods level, up 4%. But so far, that doesn't feed in. I can show you a graph here that shows you the difference between food prices, the core food prices, and the finished goods food prices. And you can see the difference. Finished goods are that yellow one. So the prices go in, but they don't get passed along. Trade balance, oil prices were thought to push those way up, but appears it did not happen. At this point, it looks like we imported fewer barrels of petroleum than we thought we did, and the price per barrel went up a little bit, but not enough to make a difference. So this is something that's good news for the economy. It should add to growth a little bit.